So we put together a little video on how to make your own pitch glue. Again, I'm not claiming that this is the only way to do it. This is just how I do it, what I found that works. So yeah, enjoy. So in order to make your pitch glue, you're going to need some pitch or sap, which I collect on hikes or softball games or around the yard. You're going to need some ash. It's just from fireplace or fire pit. Some charcoal. This is just chunks of charcoal from our fire pit, and just crushed down. I kind of have like a little double boiler kind of thing. These are just some bricks. You could use rocks or blocks or whatever. Some candles. You could do it over a fire too, but and then I have an old metal bowl here that I warm up. There's some other bits of sap and stuff in there from previous deals. And you basically warm it up and add your materials together. And then I make these little sort of lollipops out of them. Kind of gross. Looks like poop on a stick. But and then that gives me smaller amounts that I can use at a time. So here's some. So when I get low, I just make a batch. So I've got some candles going underneath here. And going for a little bit, and you'll see it starts to sort of bubble. And as you're going, you're going to want to take, bits of bark and things that you find out. You're going to want to wear gloves because you don't necessarily want this all over your hands. It's quite sticky, and it's also quite flammable. So just be mindful as you're going. And then once it gets good and going, we'll start adding in our other ingredients. So I'm using an old metal rod to sort of stir this up. And it's getting pretty good now. So I'm going to go ahead and just sprinkle in a little bit of ash. And sprinkle in some charcoal. Maybe a little bit more. Now some people use, I've heard of people using deer scat or rabbit scat. You can use anything. You just want a little something in there to sort of bind it and tie it. So now that I got that going, I'm going to go ahead and start stirring that in. Oh, looks like we got a pine needle in there, so let's carefully pop that out quick. Set it over here on the side. All right, I'm going to go ahead, keep stirring this. I'm going to blow up my candles, and I'll start showing you how I form them up. So at this point, we've got it sort of melted down, some stuff mixed in. And what I do is I go ahead and take these little popsicle sticks a very kind neighbor gave me, or maybe they're lollipop sticks, and start forming them around on those. And I leave them sit. Alright, so bear with me for a moment. I just got to set the phone down for a second because I'm doing this solo. So once you get your mixture going and it starts to cool down, I like to put them on little sticks to use. And I take the ash and I sort of, almost like when you're making bread or dough, I sprinkle it on the gloves and I sprinkle a little bit on the top. And you just form it around the sticks. And then these will sit and harden overnight. And then as you need it, you can either break pieces off or just light it on fire and apply it directly. But yeah. And so these ones are a little bit big, but I got some projects that are a little bit bigger I'm working on lately. So anyways, hope this helps.